Alien encounters do not just begin with spaceships. They begin with your dreams. They begin with missing time, sleep paralysis, and this terrifying feeling that somebody or something has been watching you your entire life. Because all over the world, people who don't even know each other are describing the same exact descriptions, the same exact entities, the same glowing eyes, the same telepathic communication, the same underground locations, the same symbols, and the same overwhelming feeling that the encounter that they had was more real than the reality that you're actually in. The crazy part is that many of these experiencers say that the experiences actually started before they even believed in aliens. Across the UFO conversation, experiencer accounts, military testimonies, consciousness research, people continue reporting encounters with different non-human races, the Greys, the Nordics, the Reptilians, the mantis beings. But despite their different appearances, the encounters often follow the same exact pattern, which is sleep paralysis, telepathic communication, missing time, dreams that feel too vivid, visions of the stars, underground races, maybe star maps, strange symbols, astral experiences, and then consciousness downloads. And these beings don't always appear physically. They actually interact with your consciousness first, almost like entering the human mind before entering physical reality. And according to countless reports here, many experiencers say that the encounters changed them permanently afterward. Their consciousness was never the same. Some became psychic, some developed intense intuition, some became obsessed with the stars, and then some became terrified. The Greys are one of the most commonly reported entities in our alien encounter conversation. So yet again, small bodies, they have large black eyes, usually they have lenses on them again. Emotionless expressions, very small mouth. They have telepathic communication only. People describe waking up unable to move. I experienced this myself with the Greys, a sleep paralysis. So seeing figures again standing beside your bed or suddenly realizing that hours of time have disappeared. Some reports involve bright white rooms, medical tables, strange instruments, and then beings that communicate without speaking. Again, almost like thoughts are being placed directly inside of their minds. And one of the strangest details repeated in thousands of these encounters are their eyes. When you have eye contact with a Grey, it almost feels invasive because they are scanning your memories, they're scanning your emotions, and then they're scanning your consciousness itself. And then a lot of them, again, are not entirely biological. Some of these are AI integrated, some are biological, some are synthetic life forms, some are hybrid vessels or AI assisted beings that are operating under higher dimensional intelligences. And people across the world continue describing the same entities. And then there are the reptilian encounters. These are very different. People describe them with intense fear, heavy energy, the feeling of being watched. Again, sleep paralysis, shadow figures come with this, and then the glowing reptilian eyes appearing in your dreams. And they operate through manipulation and fear energy and psychic influences. And then again, there are certain reptilian factions here that exist in underground facilities here on Earth where you live, or interdimensional realms that are connected to consciousness itself. But one of the most repeated details here with the reptilians is the dream encounters. And many people report seeing reptilian beings during altered states or astral projection or manipulation of perception itself. They appear meditations or reoccurring nightmares. And then they appear partially hidden because they can manipulate your perception itself. And these towering reptilian entities, they wear armor, they wear robes, they or advanced technology on their body, but a lot of them are negative. Not saying that they are all negative, they are not. Not all reptilians are hostile. Many factions indeed exist, but whether symbolic, whether psychological, spiritual, or literal, the reptilian encounter stories continue to appear throughout the UFO conversation worldwide. Then we have the Nordics. These are tall humanoid beings. They have bright eyes, almost too beautiful to be real. You know what I mean? So unlike the reported Grey and the reptilian reptilian encounters, many Nordic encounters are described as being more calming, more healing, more emotionally involved, and almost spiritual. People also say that they get visions of stars, they get telepathic downloads while they're around them, they get messages about humanity and warnings about Earth's future, which we're living in right now. This is what they've been describing. So these beings, they can communicate through emotion instead of language. People who are getting these downloads or this telepathic communication are involving solar activity in the timelines that are coming, and humanity evolving into a higher consciousness. Sound familiar? But not every Nordic encounter here is described as positive as well. So discernment is really a superpower during these times. So there are, again, many factions involved in all of this. Not all humans are good, are they? No, they're not. So many do manipulate human perception through their beauty, through their trust, or their emotional influence, because appearances can be deceptive. And the Nordics here remain some of the most emotionally intense stories reported in the UFO conversation. And then there are the mantis beings. Now, these encounters are completely different from any of the other ones. These are towering insectoid entities. They have massive black eyes, long limbs, and a very emotionless intelligence, which creeps everybody out. So some claim that these beings are, they appear during more medical procedures or altered states of consciousness, but a lot of these mantis entities, they seem so less emotional and then just more observational, I want to say. They observe more than they actually put in, but almost like scientists, they study humanity. And then these beings operate through hive consciousness. So this is like the ancient keepers of the knowledge. And one of the craziest recurring themes with all of this is the psychic scanning that they do. These beings communicate through direct mental download. So it's not words, it's not sounds, it's just information, or they do visions as well. And a lot of these mantis races are connected to underground civilizations. They are connected to ancient star systems or interdimensional consciousness with the hive mind collection. And a lot of these are described as being benevolent beings. But again, there is a deeply unsettling emotionless experience that does occur when you are in the presence of these mantis beings if they do not calm your mind and nervous system themselves. But yes, they do often appear completely unemotional, which creeps everybody out. They understand humanity, but they do not experience emotion the same way that humans do. So again, a lot of these encounters that you have had in the past or are gonna have here in the future are through your dreams, are through astral projection, meditation, sleep paralysis, or consciousness states. Again, certain entities here may interact through frequency itself, through symbolism, through altered awareness, rather than the traditional physical contact, because that's dangerous for them. One thing is undeniable, and that's that people across the world are continuously reporting the same exact pattern. And as the disclosure conversation continues to grow louder, a lot of people are going to start beginning to ask, what if humanity has never truly been alone? What if the real disclosure isn't happening in the sky, but instead through human consciousness? I'm Sarah Star, your galactic guide, here to help you remember who you truly are. Follow for more.